We're gonna try and do some more quests. Get a level maybe. Maybe make a start on the fishing. Really need to get that caught up. And obviously hand in hand, the cooking. And see. So quickly check the calendar if there's a group going for anything. Try to find keep at. Yeah, that's early. I guess I'll check the guild and see what people are in, and that usually tells me if there's people do. Barons, we're in caverns. Wait, 1, 2, 5, 6. 6 people in the caverns. That's good. There's 2 groups. Can't be. Maybe one of them is outside farming. Well, we're gonna ask in the guild and see what our responses are. Likely to get any, but oh, they just did SFK. Someone said. This we need to do. Oh, Storm. Okay, yeah, the guys. Thunderheads. So essentially, any of the big guys. Wandering Baron's Giraffe. These things, get the stuff out of them. Um, go from there.
That's still recharging. I can't load that.
What level is Black Pearl and Depths? People 24, we're like bare minimum. Guess we could go. Alright, so this quest is kinda getting done quite quickly. Only problem is we're back at work now, so back to work. I'm not exactly gonna have too much time to do dungeons and stuff. Be online at times people. It's gonna suck, but how it's gonna have to be.
I can't cast that yet.
Okay, I thought this was gonna be quick, but as soon as we stopped over to this side, kill the Thunderhead. Dropping it. Read.
That spell isn't ready yet. I
Actually, we could well, hello. I kind of quit in at the beginning of BFA. I kind of just didn't like it. Um, but I would definitely say if you like the new story, well, for me, I'm gonna play Shadowlands at some point. Probably not anytime soon, but I'm gonna do BFA and catch up on the story. Um, are my plans essentially, and then I'm gonna go from there. But I mean, people are compla- I've heard people complain that there's too much dialogue and too many cutscenes. Um, I was watching my friend on the very first day of release play, on and off, and he was doing little bit of leveling. I don't really see too much, so if that's anything to go by, seems interesting for sure. I kind of, in a way, I love classic, but in a way, I kind of miss like the graphics and stuff of current WoW. Like some of the more unique things you see, and one of the things I saw was these like well, I guess it's one of the factions, kind of like I want to say robots or mechanicals. They reminded me of those wrapped up guys from Burning Crusade. I can't remember what you call them. Where they're just made of light, and then it's like they're wrapped in something, and that's all they are. Oh, and we got the chance keg. Yeah, kind of like it's a more the way I say it, it's kind of like a steampunk look to them, but more of a WoW look to steampunk, if that makes sense. It's kind of nice because then you can just like sit there and watch. I don't tend to complain about like having a lot of cinematics. It's good to have compared to like oh wow these dudes are here. Mark them. I'm mark all of them. Okay, Death Wish right there. Yeah, because like for instance, if you're playing WoW like classic, and you're sitting here like me, and you're doing these quests, and it's kind of mindless in a way because I don't really read most of the quests and what they ask to do. Obviously, there's the really well-known ones, and you know the lore behind them already because they're so well known. But for the vast majority, it's like hand in, do the quest, hand in, do the quest, and it might impact the zone you're in a little bit, and you might see that, but you don't really see anything else. So I can see why it would interest a lot of people to have lengthy dialogue, but I can see at the same time why some people would get annoyed by it as well, from both point of views. Because like I played Witcher 3 not too long ago, at the beginning of the year, um, after having done a bit of it, and then left it for like a year or something, and then ended up coming back and completing it. And it's a brilliant game. I really loved it, but sometimes it's just so much dialogue. Even on like every quest, everything has dialogue, and you're just sitting there half the time like, I do not want to pull that one. That one's really annoying. Summons those little ads, and they just slow you endlessly.
Sweet.
Thank you for the follow, man. It's much appreciated. So if you, I mean, I do highly recommend if you've never played The Witcher to do so. It's a very good game, very solidly built. That's why people are hyped up for Cyberpunk, because they did such a good job with The Witcher that I think people are expecting that sort of same quality. Why can't I skin these? You can skin scorpions in Duratar. Weird.
I'm out of range.
Wait, is it too high level? No, it's just not skinnable. Okay, so weird. So yeah, I mean, it's good to know what you're doing. Like, I think I quit BFA when I didn't do this personally myself in the game when the whole cinematic came out with Malfuring not being killed by whatever his face is, the orc. I forgot his name, and then Tyrande turning up and then like saving Malfurion, and then it led to the burning of the tree or something. I don't really know the story that well, but that's kind of where the last thing I saw. And obviously, I've heard of other things that have happened, but not fully. Um, I'm just kind of like I will go back and play one day, but I kind of at like my own pace when I want to enjoy the story rather than rush it. And I've always liked the lore of WoW, so whereas obviously classic is a completely different thing and break away from that completely as well. Kind of good to have both. Is that it's a creeper? Creepers are fine. So these swarmers are annoying because they have those little bugs that spawn with them, and they kind of interrupt you from healing and stuff, which is really annoying. So oh wow, you stopped that cat out? I mean, that was a good time to stop. They removed a lot of like unique stuff that the game had, and that's kind of when it started to go downhill for most people.
I need to get closer.
Although some of the things that happened, like Deathwing and all that, some of it was cool, but it just didn't feel as wow as it was before. I know that's a really bad way of phrasing it, but I was gonna say I didn't get what you meant. Um, yeah. Um, I did play Final Fantasy a little bit when I think there was once they were, I'm not sure if they still do it. They were doing like a month free when it first got put onto Steam, I think. So I actually bought the game. I played for a month and then topped up for a month. But back then I was kind of just like bored of MMOs, but I wanted to try it because it was getting the reviews and stuff.
I need
But
to
I
get
kind of never
closer.
just gave it a go. It looks like a solid game. Like I've seen gameplay and people play it way further than I ever did. So, and the fact that people have actually gotten into it, like as much as they have. I did recently try Elder Scrolls Online because I had a friend who basically bought me like a, because the game is free. He bought me like a starter pack or something, or like one of those like mini packs that gives you a good boost to starting the game, and tried that for like a month or two, but I kind of got bored. Felt a bit weird as well. The animation and the fighting style was quite nice because it's all kind of like hack and slash. and you target your own thing and a lot of AoE and stuff. So some cool fighting mechanics, but again, it was just like I was just doing the same thing I would do in WoW with a slightly different fighting style. So just pick up quests, hand in quests, pick up. I mean, there was a lot of dialogue though in that game though, so there was that.
I'm out of range.
And some of the more unique quests were memorable.
Still recharging.
I felt like because it's a free game, a lot of the stuff is just hidden behind the fact that you haven't paid for it. I'd rather pay for the game and get everything rather than be locked out of certain content. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I was using the Templar. I think it's called Templar. The one that does that Adric spear or whatever it is. I felt like that's the only thing I was really using because I built into healing off it, and every time I got into a fight and started losing HP, I'd just spam that, and I'd basically go back to full health as long as I was hitting multiple targets, and then I'd not lose health. And I don't know, I kind of felt overpowered. I did some dungeons, I did some PvP. PvP was kind of fun, but it was a bit buggy at times. Because like I don't think it seems very balanced the way the game is structured. But I don't really know that much about the PvP, the game. Ah, named mob. Wastepone. I have never seen this thing ever
It's too far away.
in here. Ever. Don't want to pull that. We want to. Oh, it's a weird mob. See, the thing I like about playing classic, doing the hardcore challenge is like I'm just learning things all the time that I wouldn't really have spent time doing or trying, and it's kind of like bringing back the whole classic aspect to the game.
Past that yet.
Well, yeah, I get it. Do get it is classic in the first place, but
That's still
we're gonna.
recharging.
Ooh, that was a good crit. Otherwise, we would have been in trouble having two of these things hit us. You like stop because there's a lot when you're experienced in playing a certain MMO. There's a lot you just like work to avoid or not to do, and then you get to the end of the game and you're just like, yeah, that's it. See, see when I first got when I first did Elder Scrolls, I just didn't know what to pick either at the same time. I was like, there's so much uniqueness to each class that I didn't know what style I'd like. So did try a few. I did try the melee class, the dragon something. I can't remember what they're called. Are they called dragon something? I don't remember. The one that's supposed to be kind of tanky. Yeah, that's the one, Dragon Knight.
Past that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Is this one of those? Yes, it is. Okay. So many of these starts quest mobs in this place. Pretty cool. I've never personally seen this one before though. I thought that might be the case. It's a named mob. I haven't gotten a quest to kill it yet, so it must mean it's unique to giving a quest drop thing. I do need to actually kill these thunder lizard things. The flying things. Bit of an awkward position right now. I did look up a few builds before I decided to play the game as well. I felt like I'd get a lot of stuff wrong if I didn't. And it'd end up maybe costing me later in the game. But maybe I shouldn't have done that. That kind of maybe ruined the game in other ways. Oh yeah, I mean, same. WoW was being like the solid game that I've played the most out of any other game, no matter what. So, but we haven't got auto hand in turned on. I know I'm talking about handing in quests and mindlessly doing them, but I've kind of already done most of these quests before and gone through all this and died, so it just makes it easier. Um, yeah. I mean, it is what it is, and then you have to consider that people do get bored of the same repetition in terms of gameplay, and that's kind of. And I reckon a lot of the expansions that Blizzard made kind of were a mistake. They took out things that should never have been taken out and put things in that should never have been put in. The fact they added like so many different types of stats to the game through many of the expansions, and then I guess it's trial and error. You can't really blame them. Kidding? Just another one. Ugh. I mean, I like what they did with the world quests. That was pretty good. I think a lot of people like that, but then it came to BFA, and that's the same thing. I think a lot of people expected them to come up with something just as unique. Well, that's kind of why it's good to try a lot of MMOs because it's always a new world. I did try like I don't know if this one counts as an MMO. I can't remember. But I tried Invictus back in the day, and that seemed quite fun because I remember like fighting a lot of big mobs, especially because it was like more of like an arena style sort of dungeon questing area. Ooh, 2 greens and 2 mobs. Wow. I tried that. I also tried what's the one? Ugh, I forget its name. It's the one that had like action combat. One of the first one. I just don't remember the name of it for the life of me. I don't even know if it still exists. Um, no, it was the, or maybe not that. I'm trying to remember. I think it began with an A. I want to say it began with an A. Um, I generally no. Maybe it wasn't. Okay, maybe it wasn't an A. It's literally just not coming to me. Because I remember I was like, I joined and I played the game. It was free. Um, yeah, I don't know. I got a feeling that it might start with an A, and I'm just like, maybe not. I have heard of that game though, the one that you mentioned. I never played it though, because I went through a phase of not knowing what to play and what MMO to play, so I like tried quite a few. And the most of it was install the game, play for a few days, and then eventually get bored. Because MMOs did have that period where, um, there were so many companies bringing out MMO games trying to do the whole WoW thing, and it's just nothing was really unique. I mean, I on my main character, which is a warrior, I used to farm a lot of mining and herbing to make gold. The amount of times I'd get annoyed just by the fact that I'm constantly being ganked by people and not being able to do much, especially rogues. Like I even had one of my friends who knew this was something I didn't really like. He transferred to my server, and he literally came. He asked me where I was in game, and I didn't know he transferred. So I was like, I just told him. We were just on Discord or something. I can't remember. He asked me where I was in game, so I told him. And I was like, this is my usual, farming spot. Blah blah blah. And then out of nowhere, he comes, saps me. He sees me on a rich thorium vein, saps me, takes it, and then I didn't even know. He didn't even tell me. And then, like, an hour later or something, I was still farming, and he was like, "Yeah, that was me." And I was like, "What?" Luckily, he didn't. He didn't say he got like a arcane crystal or anything. So I was just like, "Okay," but that was like, but the amount of times that's happened is like so annoying. To the point where I was like, I just want to re-roll. I wanted to re-roll, and I actually leveled a rogue to level 33 because I thought if I'm gonna do this, I might as well just do it on a rogue. It's gonna be so much better. And level it, get it to 60. You don't even need the gear. Go up to a mine. If someone's mining it, sap them, take the mine. What are they really gonna do? Most people don't have like PvP trinkets equipped. They have the best in slot or whatever. Getting me? Right, I'm gonna outrange that stupid totem. So I was pissed, but I actually kind of found it funny because he came up to me and I didn't pay attention to the player's name at the time, even though I was like annoyed. And then the fact that it happened to be that, um, yeah, it shows you how much fun you can really have sometimes. Like in a weird way, that was fun, but completely on me being like ganked. But yeah, but adding to that, WoW just became farming for a few hours every night, or farming for a few hours once or twice a week to make gold to go and lose it all by going into raids and not really getting any benefit. And I did get to the point where I was saving for my Titanic leggings, and everyone was getting them, and I was just like, they're going to be my best in slot, so I have to farm so much to get the materials, or pay like whatever it was extra to actually get them just crafted by someone that already has the materials. And I was just slowly but surely just not seeing the point anymore of. I had a really nice guild. That's the only thing that kept me there. Really nice guild, really nice people. I did get like I did miss out on a little bit of loot from them being a bit, you know, more senior members deserve loot, even though I turned up like every week since I ever since I joined. So and I was like, why am I not getting loot over someone who hasn't shown up for a few weeks but has been in the guild for longer than me, but I've been here to every raid. Oh, I know that, yeah. Yeah, you just I've see there was a clip in one of my guild members, and it was literally him as a night elf hunter waiting a shadow meld because we're alliance, so waiting a shadow meld with a rogue, and obviously his pet being invisible as well. And they're just sitting there waiting, and so this guy comes up to the bridge, gets sapped, and they just pounce him. So, but yeah, so with the whole guild thing, I was like, what am I actually doing? Because like I'm just turning up to raids, farming, and getting gear. Is that really fun? Like I wanted to experience the raids because I never played Classic fully. I was in the process of leveling back then. I don't really know the game when in vanilla that is. So I wanted to experience the raids. So I did, and we're doing Black Layer, and I was like, that's all I really wanted. I don't really care about gear. What am I doing like fully raiding, sort of thing. I kind of wanted to do the same with AQ, but the guild was kind of getting a bit weird. They were getting a bit too focused on actually like doing raids and stuff. It was supposed to be like a casual guild. Fair enough, people want to progress and get gear, but at the same time, that was never really the intention of the guild. Not fully, anyways. Why not getting the things of the weapons of these things? Doing them for a while. So I was like, I don't really know where I was, and I missed a few raids. and because I hurt my knee, I was like, I'm not gonna play for a few weeks. And then because I was a two-handed fury, and then what's it called? Ash Candy dropped, and I was bummed out. I was just like, okay, that's never gonna drop again. Which is a bummer. And then I was watching Cargos a lot at the time, and while he was doing hardcore, and I was watching other people do hardcore, and I was like, I really want to get into this. So during the period where my knee was injured, it kind of like got more and more into watching hardcore. And then when my knee healed, I was like, I'm not gonna go back to the guild straight away. I'm gonna get a stream going or something and do hardcore. And that's basically where I am now, and that's where I've been, and never looked back. And I kind of didn't message the guild saying that I'm not going to be back, but funnily enough, like a month later, the guild disbanded anyways because I think it was just some people in the guild were getting a bit too aggressive with how they wanted to, where they wanted to take the guild, and it was never supposed to be as serious as it was. And yeah, so a month later, the guild disbanded, and they left a message on Discord and everything. I was like, why have I been? Because I logged into my warrior for a little bit just to like pick up mail and stuff because there's a lot of gold. There was a lot of gold in some of the mailed items in terms of value. I don't obviously want to lose that in the 30-day mail thing. So I picked up my mail and then I checked and I was like, wait, they've kicked me from the guild. I was like, they could at least put me down to casual or something. Um, and um, and then I look to see what's happening, and then I go, and then I can't see the guild. I was like, okay, this is weird. Maybe the game's being weird. I go to the Discord and there's like a massive long message with the guild leader apologizing to everyone, saying things got a bit weird and how the guild went in a direction they didn't really want to take it into and stuff like that. And unfortunately, because of that, they had to kind of disband because loads of different people wanted different things. I was like, oh, so they didn't actually kick me; they just kind of separated. So I kind of felt bad because it was a nice guild, but at the same time, I was like, oh, it kind of saves me from logging in and being like, yeah, sorry, I haven't been here. I kind of like don't want to raid anymore, sort of thing. Wait, what the hell is this guy? Oh, do we actually need something off this guy? They're killing me either way. We're gonna do something we never do, which is this. Psychic! But yeah, and then I started doing this, and every time someone comes on my chat or anything, I always say to them, look, just do it. You won't regret it. Play hardcore. You'll just find so much love for the game again. If you're bored. And that's kind of why a lot of people joined. Because they just like lost their passion to play the game. And then you might think it's kind of hard or, having to restart a character. It's a bit of a bummer and like it's time consuming and stuff like that. And those things are true. But you don't really take those things into account when you make your character, you go through the journey, you lose a character, you go through the pain, having to restart and stuff. So, wait, is that the that guild that got banned or something for doing something? Actually, no, I'm thinking of the WoW guild, right? Method or something. They all got like banned or something, or there was something controversial happened. Okay, I do have the weapon quest, don't I? The shield, yeah. I'm just getting real unlucky not getting the drops. I do need to kill the other two named ones So we are here for more than one thing. I'm just getting really unlucky here. I think so. There was some, like, another friend of mine was telling me about them. Um, oh, I actually genuinely thought you were talking about a guild that was just called SJWs. Like, I know the term, but like, I thought that's what they call themselves, as a guild or something. I guess that's just me getting things confused. Ooh, 13 Warlock just died. F.
I'm out of range.
Welcome to the stream. I'm pretty clueless myself, so you know, no Nobel prizes here. To be fair, I have like people telling me what to do in the game sometimes, or giving me like information. I'm just like, how do I not know this? Okay, some of it isn't really basic, and some of it is more like orientated to the fact that I don't really play Horde that much. But still, you'd think after all these years. Wait, what? See, that was it. I was supposed to click the the water to drink, and I clicked my bandage instead. Yep. Well, life is a process of learning, right? You never stop learning. There's no one out there that has gotten to a point where they can fully say, I've learned everything and I've done everything. No way. That's just life. You learn something and you think you've gone as far as you can, but there's always something else to aim for. So, do you currently play hardcore or anything? Or do you do hardcore, or do you just watch people do it? Oh wow, finally one of the 3 items. You're gonna have to, so I've heard the term. You're gonna have to explain to me what it is, though. Because I don't fully remember. Like, if you are gonna play, I highly recommend you start doing hardcore. Are you on NA or EU? Oh no, the other one's coming as well. Same. Guess we gotta Money shield up. It's a good get a little hair here. She's a potion here. Running to the other invisible ones. Stupid thing. I'm just gonna heal and drink. And not click our bandage this time. Yeah, so it's like kind of live and let live sort of thing. So kind of like if it's got nothing to do with you, you don't need to get involved. Yeah, I think with the whole social media and internet and stuff, it's so easy for people to get involved with other people, and yeah, in most cases it's not a bad thing, but then there's those people that are gonna be, complete asses about it as well at the same time. So you get both ends of the scale. Like, I'm generally quite a quiet person. I have my opinions, some good, some bad, I suppose. I don't really know. Um, if people ask me things, I'll share and offer my opinions. But like, I don't go out of my way to shove my opinion into other people's faces because why would I? That's if they ask me, yeah, strike up a
Card
conversation.
still recharging.
But just throw my opinion at someone. That's like, why? Why would I do that? Not good for me. Oh, and I got that one as well. Okay, finally. I feel like I killed loads of these guys. I definitely killed loads of these guys.
I need to get closer.
So, plus at the end of the day, life is just enjoying yourself, doing what you want. Oh, doing what you want, as in within reason, not just doing whatever the hell you want and not giving a damn about anything around you. But you know,
I can't cast that yet.
well, yeah. Again, it's like a product of the whole social media and internet and interfacing with people. It's always going to happen. There's always those people that are opinionated to the point where it's my opinion. My opinion is more important than yours. Oh, that guy's back up. So, where's the other two guys I need to kill? Yeah, one's kind of close by and one's all over there. Okay. I mean, sometimes it's just nice to chill, really. Like, yeah, like I was saying, I'm a pretty quiet person.
That.
I don't really have much to say to people most of the time. I just tend to like add to people's conversations. That's why if you stay here long enough, you'll realize that sometimes I just don't know what to say. I'm just like rambling half the time. Oh, I do try to make jokes, but let's just say I shouldn't be a comedian. Like I try and make like basically dad jokes. If you get what those are. Most of the time it's just like bad puns, and people are just like, what are you doing? I'm like, that was supposed to kind of be funny. Is that the guy I need? No. Okay. Where be the dude? Yeah, it's good to add laughter to people. That's basically it. Lighten the mood. Oh, that's the guy. Okay. I was looking at this guy thinking he's just an average everyday. What's this called? Stalker. Okay. Have a buddy coming along. Hold him. It's gonna get spicy. Hope he turned around. Okay, good. I really don't like this place. It's very dodgy. Very easy to overpull because you can't see the invis guys. So. Only problem is I think this guy's ranged. Yep, ranged. Get in there. Let him do that one. Next one. Thank you. Really? You're just gonna stand still for no reason?
That spell isn't ready yet.
Don't worry, man. You do you. I talk to myself either way. Whatever. Something like that. Try not to die mostly. Let's see. The last guy is here somewhere. Still more of the invisible guys. Ooh, we've got a lot of junk in our bags though. Kind of got to remember that not all of it is junk though. Some of it needs to be for the quest item. Where's the named one? Right, yeah. One thing I do like that people don't pay that much attention to is these rocks that you see in and around Mulgore and all of like Durotar and stuff here in the Barrens, mostly on the Horde side, with all the drawings on them and stuff. That's pretty cool. Like it's like little bits of detail that you don't really tend to notice,
That still
but when you do, it's
recharge
kind of
in.
nice. I'm guessing he's gonna be here, the other place. Building? Not even a building. Okay. Oop. How is there so many of them? Okay, we gotta kind of get out of there. Wow. They're likely to catch up to me. Hoping not. I don't. How the hell did like three of them just end up like being in the same spot at the same time? It just makes no sense. Okay. Game says is here. There's this one. Um, we'll just kill one of these guys. See what happens. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of one thing I don't like about the Horde side is the fact that most of the questing is basically just barons, and I don't particularly like the zone. Visually it's nice, but I just don't like the zone itself. Like some of the mobs in the zone are really annoying, such as these guys, but mainly the hyenas. They really annoy me because you don't have a quest to kill them, and they're always pulling into things, and you're just like, what do you want? And they always tend to like pull when you're in the middle of killing something else. So,
I
whereas
can't
obviously on the Alliance, you go to Westfall, you go to Red Ridge, uh, Loch Modan, Wetlands, possibly Duskwood a little bit. You know, for like the early 20s, for like the late teens and early 20s and stuff like that, or even the early teens as well. So, where are the two guys? So three guys ran into me. I don't see anything. There's one over there. Maybe that's like long patrol. And there's the guy. Is this the same one? Yeah, it's the same one as last time. Okay. Cause like I haven't played Alliance in a while. Wow, that hit hard. Why I just have like low HP or something? I debuffed. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. So Okay, so we did all our quests basically. Hopefully it'll give us the level. How far are we? It says we're 66%. 9 quests needed. We did like 3, I think, but they were all decent quests. Actually, I think we got 4 though because we picked up the thing of that flying thingy, Thunderhawk, whatever it's called. Look, get rid of. I'm not paying any attention to the kind of a bad habit of mine to the guild chat. I kind of wanted to do like a dungeon or something, but do we even want chance keg? Nah. Kind of like grey, and that's not going to give me anything. Report to Cadric, so we got what's it? Oh, that's not even. Wait, we have actually quite a few done. I forgot we did the egg one. We got the weapons of choice, patrol within. This one, contempt to Raja. That should just be XP. And this one, and then maybe there's a follow-up. Maybe not. So we've actually got quite a few. It says we need 9. That should be enough for the level, as far as I can tell. And then maybe we'll try and focus into getting into a dungeon or something. But yeah, are you EU or US player? Because if you're an EU player, the reason I'm asking is I highly recommend you come do the Oh, okay, US. Well, I still well, I think the US servers are actually got more of a community than we do, considering this got all the big names. You know, Cargos, Grays, Nom Nom, stuff like that. Yeah, I highly recommend you just get into hardcore, and you'll see how many people there is actively on every single day. And there's plenty of guild chat, plenty of people giving advice, plenty of just fun in general compared to just leveling normally and questing normally and all that sort of thing. So, and there's always people forming groups, and depending on what side you like to play, and doing dungeons together and stuff. Quite nice. And there's a lot of people starting fresh. A lot of people have multiple alts as well going at the same time, which is probably quite time consuming to think. But a lot of people just like doing a lot of dungeons. A lot of the low dungeons are quite fun. So, and there's also like the fact that it's going to give you, that sort of immersion into the game of like getting bag drops and stuff. I'm sure you've seen people get hyped over that sort of thing. Betrayal from within. There's another one? Oh, we just gotta go hand it in. Oh, that's actually a pretty good chess piece because we were gonna go get a different chess piece. Loves of the Moon. Ooh. Pretty good. Staff or shield. Obviously staff for the money. Yeah, a quest that gives you 2 greens. This is like kind of crazy. Alright, Marin Skyseer. I don't remember who that guy is, but it's around. uh, yeah, I mean, I get that they kind of wanted to do something different with Hunter, but WoW's always had that sort of thing where mistakes will happen when they try to like experiment, and sometimes they'll get lucky and do something really good and unique that everyone will like, and sometimes completely the opposite ends up happening. Which is probably why they've been losing their audience for years, which is sad. But the fact that they brought out Classic was a massive resurgence into their populations and people. Well, funny you mentioned that because a lot of people do melee hunter as like an extra challenge to the normal one for hardcore. Like it's an actual thing. People are actually trying to like non-ranged the challenge. So and it's perfectly doable. Like I don't see why not, because when I was leveling hunters, I only got to level 24, but I kind of just felt like a warrior. Like the I don't know what it's called, the skill you get that adds extra damage to your hits. That's basically heroic strike, and then you basically have the thing that slows, wind clip. That's basically hamstring, and then other bits and pieces you get along the way, like, and it's kind of like, and you've got traps, so they're basically doing dots and stuff. So as long as you're not using a bow, you could basically play similar to warrior, except you have a mana bar and a pet to rely on. So probably still easier than playing just this average everyday warrior doing the challenge. So these are actually both really good. Wow. This quest, Betrayal from Within. Okay, so it's that dude that gave me the Tusk guy. Wow, this is hard. I do like stamina more. That's 11 and that's 10. So technically there's more stats out of this. And a better mana bar is still technically more health in a sense. Hmm. 2 stamina, 7 intellect, 4 stamina. And we're still getting an upgrade in HP and a 4 upgrade in intellect, or 2 agility and a 5 upgrade. I'd rather take this one this time. I think last time I took the other one. This time I'll take this one because it just feels like a bigger upgrade. I do like having a chunky mana bar, and I do get asked to heal sometimes, so there is that relevance. Oh yeah, I mean the archetypes and like classes. I've never really been into playing hunters, if I'm to be honest. Like I've always been like, oh, another chess piece. Okay, I've never like been attracted to the class, but after playing it in hardcore a little bit, I have found it fun. Like just how dynamic you can be with your kills and your pulls compared to the other classes, and how in a sense it feels overpowered, but in a sense you know if you make a bad move, you're just as dead as the rest, even though you can do a lot more with the class than you can with most other classes. I know that's kind of contradicting both things I've said, but I don't think there's any other way I could sort of like phrase it that would sound uh well more what's the word? I don't even know how to speak anymore.
Go forth to victory.
We need to go bank. Yeah, completely losing my trail of thought there. One thing I really did enjoy though about Hunter is the fact that if you're going like, especially like for hardcore, if you're going into an area with like loads of mobs and you really need to just kill maybe one or two to finish your quest, and there's like a pack of like 5, all you really need to do is send the pet in and then pull it back, tell it to come back after you've pulled one. So you can pull things as far as you want, and the pet can just do all the pulling. And if the pull goes wrong, then and you pull too many, you just let it be. Let the pet die, and you just run, and you're completely safe. Like that's the pet is there to be sacrificed for you to be safe. But I was doing the I'll give you for instance how like sometimes it works really well. I'm not sure if this will be visually the best way to explain it, but there is okay. I can't actually see the map here. Where is it? There's like this excavation site here in Lokmadan, and it's like you can go up and around it, and it's all kind of a little bit walled. And there's those trog guys in there. You can actually send the pet down into the excavation site, and then as soon as it's tagged one, you can tell it to come back, and it pulls them all the way up for you, so you never have to go in there. And that kind of excavation site, if you're around the same level as it, it can be a bit iffy to go in there because like sometimes you can pull too many, and you just tell it to come back, and you're completely safe because you're above and like pulled it all the way out of everything else that could potentially end up getting you killed. So, um, okay, so obviously as you can see, we've got a lot of stuff in our bank. We're just saving as many materials as we can till we decide it's time to actually go engineering. And that time is coming soon. very soon. I don't know how soon. Maybe another stack of medium leather is going to be required here, but we're running out of space. So much so that I think I need to start putting stuff in my bags and not in my bank. I know that sounds really weird. Or we get rid of the cloth and then farm it at a later date just to make space. Because we do need it for some things to progress. Although if we go smelt this, we'll put that there. This is staying. We need to put the silk cloth in there at some point. It's gonna just get vendored, so it's a matter of making one space really. It's a lot of copper, obviously, but we require a lot of copper. I don't remember anything using. Oops, not these shadow gems. So we're gonna take that out so we can make room for this. I don't know if I want to sell them though specifically. I guess we could just vendor them. Not really a big deal. I don't remember many recipes calling for them. I think a bunch of people just disconnected.
I got what you need.
Got what I need? I got what you need. Oh yeah, we got the level. I completely forgot. We can put a point into something. Oh, we can actually put it into flurry already. Wow. Oh yeah, because there's one in here, two in here, two in here. Flurry. Gonna feel good. Down flurry again. How far are we into mining? 112. Bronze is still green. Okay.
Time is money, friend.
I think our adventures in the Barrens are coming to a close. Don't really have much left. This one. This guy's here. Where? You have spirit strong, but a hunter must always be fed. Oh yeah, okay. Yep, we're gonna need to go do Ishawak or whatever his name is. Going to be the last quest. Right. Is anything being said in the guild? I kind of just skipped everything and leveled up, and it kind of just pushed all the yeah, people like doing hills round or something. Well, either way, to really go do engineering, I need one more stack of medium leather. It's gonna come in so handy. Make as much bronze framework as we can for target dummies. I mean, we can always get it from fishing, but get it from skinning for now. Always that. Don't really want to drop skinning though. I'm pretty sure it's like maxed out, and I forgot to actually go upgrade it. Yeah, but it's 50 silver to upgrade. But we're not doing badly for gold. Like we're 25, and we have like 10 gold. Could probably go get skills, but that dude's level 21. I'm guessing he's doing the escort. Northwatch hold. Where are we actually going? I completely forgot. Oh yeah, gone completely the wrong way. We missed where we were supposed to stop. Just to go talk the ran on the beach or the hillside. Go kill the dude. Completely came all the way. all the way here and just skipped actually going to the NPC. Can't believe it. So that guy's doing his escort at level 21. That's pretty good for a priest. Like, of going out and have the escort easily done.
I need a target.
How may I help?
Just wondering what the hell I'm doing. Well, we made a mistake, so that's what we're doing. Kind of went the wrong way. There's a chest here. Might as well just kill these guys. I want me the chest. I want the chest. Classic barrel longshore. Can sometimes, if I get very lucky, get a gold bar out of these things. Okay, fine. Really want to play along that much?
It's too far away.
That escort quest is so annoying and boring. All at the same time. Ooh, we got 5 copper over this. Wow. Ah, fishing. We haven't touched you yet. And we're on the wrong side, aren't we? Yeah. That's the other pillar over there. Ugh. Why? Why? Right, so Ishawak is level 27 or 25. It should be good to kill him. Really need to go get our water quest done as well. We kind of just ignored that completely. He told us to go somewhere. Water, Bill Brown's hand. Water and wind blow. Brian's hot. Oh, it's literally in the. Okay. We did that wrong. I suppose we can go back. Have to literally just fill it up with thing under his hut and we completely just ran away. Completely forgot I was supposed to do that. And then the next part, yada yada. Can't believe I've got more copper. I think it's definitely time we considered going engineering already. I just got this. That's pretty cool. Let's see. He's a druid, so he can't use it. It's like 8 levels higher than it, so not big deal. That's enough levels to have out-leveled that piece. Where is this dude? There he is. Oh, on a hunter we killed this guy at like level, I don't know, 22. On the previous attempt with the Shaman, killed him at level like 23, 24, and he was still orange. We are getting chunked down here. Yeah. They're gonna let me heal, or do I have to push him? Wow, it's a 1.1 second heal. Let me just get it off. So dumb when you get like things like this attacking you.
Spade isn't ready yet.
Fair enough, fair enough. No problem. So we just killed this dude, whatever his name is. However you pronounce it. We're gonna go hand that in. We kind of messed up our water quest for our totem. Oh, I say messed up, we just forgot to actually do one part of it. Lead to the next part, so Basically, have to go back down to this guy and get water from the pool next to him. Because we completely ignored that bit. And I know we're kind of high level for it, and it's green, but I don't feel like doing it when I get at 20 because it's kind of risky. Makes you go into Ashenvale and makes you go into an area with like level 25 mobs or something, as far as I remember, or like level 24. Bit sketchy. Don't tend to overly use the water totem anyways. But oh, does that? Do you mean like you get like groceries delivered, or you're just grabbing actual food from like your pantry to eat? I'm just gonna go for the gold here. There's a good belt though, so we are gonna use it. 5 stamina, so it's 2 stamina upgrade. It's not cloth, thankfully. I'm tired of having cloth all the time. Gonna give us, well, we're gonna have almost 10 gold. Um, okay, gonna go down to that dude. That. We're gonna actually abandon this because we weren't gonna go do it, but then we got the chest piece we have now, and it's kind of like better. So, and that's basically in Silver Pine. I can't bother to go back there for it. Ashen Veil Heart, Sacred Flame, and a Sentiment. Okay, I guess we've got a trip to Thunder Buff as well. Um, yeah, so many things. Hello, hardcore. I love how like everyone just buffs everyone and gives each other heals and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm a shaman, I can't do any of that. I can heal you if you need it, but that's about it. Why did I come here? I wanted to actually no. Got enough to put in exactly 2 tin. Shove those in as well. Um, that's good to get free food. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of places that give away food at the end of the day, sort of thing. In in around where we are. I'm basically in London, FYI. And a lot of people, like especially now because of the whole pandemic thing, are having to rely on you know, handouts and food giving away, and a lot of the time it's like it's gonna go to waste anyways. So why waste food, sort of thing, when someone that actually needs it could use it, like for their kids or just in general to feed themselves. It's not always easy to get like money together and stuff sometimes. When I say that, I mean I'm okay for money myself, so no complaints from me. But then again, I'm not like living a lavish lifestyle by any means. So you know, yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, I don't really watch the news that much, but from the couple of times I did, when it was like on the important days where it was like they were gonna announce stuff here in the UK, and when they announced the lockdown for last month, I was just like, and they decided to leave the schools open and the universities, and literally when they reopened them in the first place after the first major lockdown, I was just sitting there like, when you reopen them, that's when when things got bad and got worse. Not when people were still working and went back to their jobs. Because if you're at a job, you're going to be wearing a mask. You're going to be, doing all the precautions and stuff like that. Because you're at work and it's your livelihood. Whereas people in school and stuff, yeah, they're going to lose like a year of school, but That's literally stuff that can just get extended, or they can do online schooling, which they were doing anyways. And then this lockdown, they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna keep all the schools and stuff open, but all the people that need money and need their jobs to like sustain themselves, we're gonna close." And what did it do? Pretty much nothing. Was it about the Well, I don't. I'm not tech. I don't tend to get political at all. I don't really have much of a say on most things when it comes to politics. I don't really. I don't know. It's like I think it's just like a waste of my time and energy if I was, because I'm not a politician and I'm not someone who goes out and campaigns or anything like that. Yeah, that's governments for you, right? They promise you one thing and then basically just take it back. They give you one thing and they take it away from somewhere else, essentially. And the thing is, they make fun of other governments or other like types of non-democracies or whatever you want to call them, and the way other countries are run. But yeah, and I'm talking about like in comparison to like mostly I guess Scandinavia and their lifestyle. They complain that they're socialist and that's a bad thing, blah blah blah. But yeah, they provide all their country with like pretty much free healthcare. I mean, you do have to pay for certain things. Like I was actually reading up on it a while back. Um, you have to basically pay the first £120 or dollars or equivalent sort of thing if you go to the hospital and get certain services. But anything above that, essentially, once you hit that cap, you basically don't have to pay anything, and the government kind of just gives you everything for free, which I see as like the best way to do it, because that way people contribute and they're not just getting stuff for free and abusing the system because they have to pay a small amount, and they're getting a lot of benefit out of it. So, and yeah, that's just one example, one little thing. But like I said, I'm not like political person or anything like that by any means, so I don't really know. Whereas, like in the U.S., for you, people end up in so much debt for things that could be prevented so easily, or that just the way it works with like the whole insurance companies, and you know once someone's in debt, it's really hard to get out as well. So, and this is like ruining people's lives. Like the thing is, I get that in the US you can have your own business and set whatever price you want for whatever commodity or service you provide. But when everyone's providing the services for the same price and they set that price whatever the hell they want, and as long as they all agree to keep it high, no one can really do anything about it. Then you and this is people's health that is goes into consideration. It's not you're selling them like I don't know a Gucci bag or something, and it's expensive because of the name or whatever, because people can choose not to have that, but you can't not choose to be healthy or alive, sort of thing. That's not a choice. That's one thing that should never be um, a matter of affordability. Money shouldn't come into health. It shouldn't, because if you're really gonna let someone die over not being able to pay their bill for the hospital, whatever, what is humanity really becoming? And that sort of thing. Because I'm sure if they could pay a little bit, they would. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know enough about America and how things run there. Again, I only have heard a few things from people here and there. Some of it from the media, some of it from not the media, some of it from social media. So I can't really judge or say or say I'm talking from fact or anything like that by any means. But you have to imagine. I've seen a few documentaries and stuff, especially when it comes to like the big pharmaceutical companies with the pills and stuff. The whole what they called. It's the ones that reduce blood pressure. I can't remember. There's like I think it's called statins or something. Um, that's the biggest crime ever because you're literally giving people that medication to make them better, but it's actually been proven that it's actually worse for them because it causes so much more health problems than it alleviates. And you're not treating the person. Wait, how the hell did this guy enter the water? From where? These things don't even spawn here. So weird. I feel like this thing just came out of nowhere. These guys are like over there on the other side, and this guy just. At least he gave me a green. Can't complain. So yeah, it's like, and the whole thing with like diabetes and stuff, as well. Like, it just annoys me because all they're really doing is medicating people, putting them on pills, not actually trying in any way, shape, or form to fix the problem that they might be having. Like diabetes is a lot of the time due to the fact that people are eating poorly. But why are they eating poorly? Because they don't have enough income to survive on eating healthily, right? Well, maybe you should do something about that. Make healthy food more affordable so they have that as an option rather than, oh, you're going to end up in hospital and pop a lot of pills, and what do you know? They end up in debt anyways. So, and I suppose in a sense that can be the fault of the individual because you're going to go to hospital and be charged a bunch of money to make you better because you chose to eat badly. Whereas you could just spend the money that you're going to be in debt with to eat better, and it would end up the same really. Or you probably end up saving money by eating better. But you can't really, in some cases, blame that on the individual because sometimes people have to feed families and whatnot, and there's different circumstances to everyone, every individual case as it is. Well, I don't know about the rich. Some people, like, I find it a bit weird that some people, you know, when they have a lot of wealth, do charity work and stuff, and then ask people to donate. I find that a little bit dodgy because for me, I mean, I don't again, not a person does their own investigations or looks into it because it's not a topic I particularly care about that much. But especially when it comes to rich or famous people, um, but if I don't, I'm the kind of person that if I don't physically see this person contributing, not just giving money supposedly to a cause, then it's the same as me, them not doing it, essentially. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a particularly charitable person myself, but obviously if someone wanted help or needed help, I would provide that if I could. You know, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing to not talk about, but like for me to sort of make my point because it's quite specific, I suppose. I mean, I'd rather not give money to someone and go volunteer rather than give money to someone and then not really know what's going to happen to it, right? Or if I could physically like give someone something that cost me money to get, like if someone said, "Oh, we need you to buy, I don't know, 20 coats or jumpers or trousers and stuff and donate them," I'd be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do that because that's gonna go to someone that will need it." Or food, like the whole food drive thing. Like back when I was younger, we used to do that a lot. We used to give away a lot of tin food, so other people that couldn't necessarily afford their own food and stuff would be able to, eat or come get it for free. Alright, so how many people we got? This guy. It might be a DM run, level 19. Um, level 25. Hmm. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, people can live their lives however they want, right? If they want to eat, like, don't get me wrong, I eat fast food and I enjoy fast food, but I also eat healthy food from time to time as well. I've always been the sort of person that's like eat everything, the same as I would treat the same thing in life, like enjoy everything as much as you can, but at the same time, there's times to enjoy things and then there's times not to enjoy things. And it's all about, I don't want to say moderation, but like a balance in most things. I don't really want to say a balance either because that's quite generic as well. I guess take everything as it comes is the best way. When you get into a situation, then judge when you're in that situation, not before or after maybe. So I could heal. I could be healed. Cool. I mean, I could. Uh, what the hell? I'll tank again.
Farewell.
Right, so it looks like we might get lucky and we might have a DM Deadmines group.
Be careful.
So there's that. Oh, I just realized, I could probably upgrade to all 10 slots now. You have a bit of spare gold, so why not, right? I mean, a lot of people do that here as well. They basically that's why a lot of people moved. Well, that's why London became really populated. A lot of people end up coming here, getting their I guess their residency or whatever, or becoming like a. You don't have to, but as long as they become permanently able to live in the country, they work for a bit or whatever, and then some people just get a council flat, which is like from the government basically, and they end up just going on benefits and claiming money off the government, and having most people their excuse for not working is having like 4 or 5 kids, all in one go, and so much so that both parents have to look after the kids because it's hard to manage. And then who ends up shelling out? The government pays them, and they used to pay them per kid, not just now there's a cap. It's like 2 kids is the cap, I think, and people would come here and have like a bunch of kids and get basically the same amount of money as someone who would be working on like a decent job, and obviously just to feed their kids and stuff. But it's kind of like abusing the system. There was actually a documentary about a family that had like 12 kids or something like that, and they were basically being paid almost a hundred grand a year between the two of them support their kids. But like that's insane. And who's paying for it? People that actually got a job and they have to pay the tax, right? You've been working since you were 14. That's insane, though. Um, well, yeah. I mean, all majority of like tax systems end up then benefiting mainly the rich because they can afford um, to get someone to manipulate their taxes in a way, and I'm talking about like an accountant, to the point where they find a loophole and they just use that loophole to pay as little as possible or nothing at all, mostly, and say most of it is business expenses and stuff like that. Whereas someone that's not that well off and can't do that ends up getting screwed. So
For the horde.
I to heal myself. I'm gonna go to the bag vendor, buy some bags, do gold a pop, and that will be 10 slot bags for a while, I believe. Yeah, and we had the whole scandal of basically politicians getting like pretty much claiming expenses, and those expenses went to basically buying them second houses, paying off their whole mortgages on their claimed expenses, and it got found out. So a lot of people, got in trouble for it. But by trouble, I mean nothing really happened to them. They just got a slap on the wrist and got that taken away from them, and that was that. Jail time. No pay the money you stole from the government back. Nothing. So I don't really know what to say other than that. But I mean, they're all the way I see it is they're all in on the same game, whatever that game is, and they're all playing it. And if you're in the know, you're in the know, right? If you're part of that sector of people, or however you want to phrase it, then you're gonna reap the benefits. And if you're nobody that knows nothing and worked hard for a living, you know, like it's basically that common saying of it's the people you know that get you somewhere in life rather than anything else you might have done. Yes, sometimes there are exceptions to that rule. People do make it with like certain education and stuff like that, but they don't really make it anywhere near as like the people that know other people. And sell the old water, buy the new water. I'm gonna buy 2 stacks because we're gonna go dead man's. At least there was a group. Not sure if we're still part of that group, but group. So we're gonna go do that. You see, we lost about 6 gold. We upgraded bags, and look at the bag slots. We're not gonna upgrade those anytime soon. So I mean, it's the whole thing of people were kind of like doubting how much of like a real leader he was going to be, considering he was a politician, and like yeah, he gave up his business to his sons or whatever it was. But you have to think how much of the stuff that went through him, incongruence or whatever, was not, there's bias towards him being getting more benefit out of it, as well as being pressured by other big companies that do business with his company. I don't know what his company specifically does myself, but you know. No, no, no. Don't rule.
Oh, do I have a deal for you?
That's on the city. Okay.
Keep it real. Hey there.
I don't think anyone expected him to win it. In all honesty, he did though. I mean, that's a good thing, right? I mean, if you have a lot of money, that's what I would do. I'm not really an ideas person, but there are plenty of people that never get the opportunity or the money to make their ideas become a thing, and some of them are beneficial to mankind. Like I said, I don't really know much about politics, so um, I don't know. I see all of them as just as bad as each other, mostly. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab something to eat real quick, and I'll be back soon. I shouldn't really AFK while the Zeppelin goes, though. It's kind of dodgy. Actually, maybe I'll stay until the Zeppelin kind of like lands us, because I've heard people dying on this thing, or falling off, or something bugging out. So I'll just jump off. Someone said they needed 10 minutes. I kind of took my time getting here, anyways. This is one of the dudes in the group, I believe. So I believe it's just what, swimming across, going to dead mines. I'm gonna be right back in a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, we're just eating a little bit of dinner here. Large portion of. Yeah, so like a lot of stuff got imported and it was cheaper, right? Basically what you're saying. Because of that, all the local stuff kind of like died down. I haven't read your last message though. Give me a second. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that though. Like, the thing is, who do you put in charge to judge in society what something is worth compared to something else? Like, you can objectively say that one thing is worth more because more time was directly put into making it. But then again, as obviously technology increases and society develops, those things become some things become easier to do as technology develops, and that value for that thing goes down. So, is it really worth as much now that you can do it so much more easily? Well, let's say I don't know. Let's say I don't really have a good example here because I don't usually talk about stuff like this. But let's say you baked a loaf of bread and you bought the flour, and then someone made a chair. Obviously, you'd end up trading several loaves of flour for the chair, right? Because it makes sense. The chair took longer to make. I mean, assuming it's made out of wood here. So you trade a certain amount of loaves that would equate to the time it took to make that chair. But what if someone comes along with a chair and then it's padded, and it didn't take them that long to pad it? It took, someone that is good with like leathers or whatever, or making cloths and stuff, a little bit of time, and it became better than the previous chair. And you kind of end up paying more for it, but it kind of like sidetracks the hard work that the person that made the chair in the first place. Oh no, that's a really bad example actually, but what I'm saying is when like technology increased, certain things became easier to do, right? So the value on those things will obviously drop because why would you keep the value high if it's easier to do, right? I'm trying to think of like a good example, but I can't. I really can't. Let me think. So I don't know. Okay, let's say chopping down trees. Is it really the same amount of hard work chopping down trees with an axe, or just doing it with a chainsaw? Like, let's say you buy a chainsaw and you pay for it and you exchanged it. Now you can chop trees down with basically minimal effort. So does that person's job get devalued then because of that? They're still providing the same thing, except they found a way to do it a lot easier. Or like the same thing with like plowing fields and stuff. People used to do manual labor on farms, right? And farms have always been like kind of low degrading work. Um, and like it's very manual labor and sort of just gets done and do it sort of thing. It doesn't require much skill, right? But then tools came into it and removed a bunch of the jobs, right? Yeah, but then you get people arguing. It's taking you 5 minutes to gather, I don't know, 10 logs, whereas the guy that couldn't afford a chainsaw, it's taking him over an hour to gather 5 logs, and you've already beaten him, and you've already moved on to the next customer. Obviously, people are going to go for the service that's like fastest, right, to save time, so they can do things more quickly. So I don't know. It's a bit of a weird topic, to be fair. Like there are good merits. Like obviously, we're lucky to be living in a world right now that has a lot of technological advancements that are very good, but down the line, it's end up screwing a lot of people over. Actually, I watched a lecture by this I think it was a Swedish guy talking about this sort of thing, and then like he was talking about like how third world countries sort of develop and become developing countries, and going from third world countries to second and first world countries. And he was showing the perspective of like someone that can't afford it. And like there was this guy who worked, I guess, as a farmer or something. I can't quite remember. But the difference that a bicycle made to him and being able to make money simply because of the distance they had to travel. I think they were farmers and they were farming. I don't know what, but because it would take them so long to get to the markets and stuff, they wouldn't be able to sell as much, and they wouldn't be able to sell for as long in terms of period of time. And then once they got the bicycle, then they'd be able to, cut down that time so much that they could focus more on the selling part. So, you know, it's like when someone has one thing and another person doesn't have that thing, you know, they're doing the same job, but one will always be able to do it better, right? Someone will always find a way to do the same thing as you, or you might be the one that does that. Find the same thing that you're doing as someone else, but better. And that just leads to creating competition. And when you have a lot of competition for something, it generally means you'll get to a point where you can't make things faster, you can't make things better quality. You make them best quality you can. So what changes? Yeah, it has to be the price. So the prices are lowered. Therefore, ending up in devaluing the time and effort that that person, just to compete, has spent doing what they were doing. So, but the thing is, you have to consider human nature. Human nature, humans aren't that good. We're quite competitive creatures, and we're quite sort of like, survival of the fittest. We've always been. So, whether it's now or later, people will always get screwed down the line. Anyways, got to move to the dungeon. So I don't really know the path to take, so I need to follow some of the guys. Okay, they're up ahead. Like, as sad as it is, there will always be losers and winners, and that's how humans are. They're general. They can be helpful and good to each other and work together very well. But greed is always there. Greed. There is obviously a sense of evil, or there are people that naturally are more evil, and do what it takes or whatever it takes to get what they want, sort of thing. Um, what are things? So it's literally like back when we were, just cavemen. Survival of the fittest. Do whatever it takes to survive, and that's all that really matters. And if people are like, I'm pretty sure our ancestors bludgeoned many a people to get to where we got. It's only looks bad in modern day society because we have so much excess of everything, and a lot of the excess of everything is confined to a small section of people. Um, and I guess I'm kind of referring to like the comparison of like a third world country to a first world country. Like we could easily go to a country, invest in it, and basically end up turning it into a first world country, and improve the life of like the whole end poverty thing or end world hunger. Yeah, they could do that. They could very easily do that. There's so much surplus around the world that it could very easily be done. But there's people that okay, I don't know what example to give here, but let's say someone that's eating, and I like these things, so I'm going to mention this, but I quite like it. People that eat like for let's say competitive eating. I guess that's quite a big thing in America and some parts of the world as well. But think of like the amount of food that's eaten for a competition, and it's pretty wasteful. Where you could feed so many people for that. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of those companies or those events end up like giving to charity. So, and a lot of the times, the competitive eaters, as far as the ones that I know that I like to watch, they end up balancing it out because they go from eating like I don't know 60 hot dogs or whatever in that competition to basically for most of their days eating nothing. So there is a bit of balance to it. But still, it can be seen as quite wasteful. But that's just one example. So, like, there's a lot of greed, gluttony. A lot of it's basically sin. You can name all the sins, and a lot of them exist in humans, right? So, a lot of things that could provide a better world for everyone generally just doesn't. So, why are they going that way? I hate that I'm like behind the main three in the group, and I'm just like falling behind. I'm like, I just don't want to run into anything and die. Then again, they'd probably put it first, right? Yeah, it is. Because you could argue points for hours and hours, and this will end up being the sort of thing that you don't like. where someone comes on and then just starts making their point and tries to like push their opinion on you. I don't like that either, to be fair. I'm just like, I don't want to sit here and argue about that. No, thank you. That's not how I want to spend my time. There's plenty of people that want to, do that, but not me. The world is very unfair. Let's just end it with that. True. I mean, it's good to have some certain discussions, but you know, not always. I feel like we're about to get into fatigue. Is that fatigue? I feel like we've skipped it. Oh. First time I've ever done this. The thing is, the problem with Western societies is they're very individualistic. They promote the self-worth and the individual, whereas non-Western societies sort of, sort of like, they're more the group, not the individual. But that can be a bad thing as well. Don't get me wrong. Um, so there's more coming together, or because let's say you're an individual and you don't focus as much on groups and people. That's a bad thing. But the opposite is also true because like there's a lot of peer pressure for like let's say people in Japan or China to be as good as their peers, and as soon as you fail, you're automatically completely compared to someone that's basically similar to you, and as long as they're doing better than you, then you're just the worst, seen by that group. And sort of the opposite is kind of like in Western society, it's like individual can do what they want where they want, but they're never going to be part of a collective and being compared to them because like you could be like this person in school is really smart, but you're never going to try and make everyone smart because it's the individual that puts the hard work in, right? Whereas like the schooling, let's say, I don't know why I'm moving on to schooling. I guess intelligence sort of thing. And it's a bit weird because like it's not as simple as like one or the other. It's a bit of both always. Does this guy not have Ghost Wolf? Oh, he's level 20. Maybe he hasn't bought it. Yeah, we made it. Schooling is weird everywhere, but that's one thing that I don't like, being the fact that we're charged so much to study. Because at the end of the day, education should be available to everyone, right? Not just the people that can afford it. Yeah, we're going dead mines. Yeah, there was a kind of a group forming, so I was like, yeah, why not? I wanted to do it. It's just I didn't know like we were gonna get a group together. Grab this before getting there. I'm probably gonna have to go on Discord to communicate with the people, but
I can't loot that right
what?
now.
Who is it being used by? Oh, guess the game just lagged out. That's true, but the resources available to you to educate yourself might not be. And there's some people that have all the resources in the world, right? But they don't use them to educate themselves. And sometimes ignorance can be, as they say, bliss. Sometimes it's good not to know things because it can give you a very jaded view of the world. Not a very good one. Their quests. Is Deadmine's quest really? No. A horde? I mean, there's a quest here. How? This dude?
careful.
I don't see a quest. I'm so confused. This is just a vendor,
Can I help you?
right?
See you later. Hey there.
That does not have a quest. I don't know why they said there's a quest.
For the Alliance.
Confused. Gotta go with them anyways. Ah, focus. I mean, I'm not really that bothered about quest anyways. Yeah, but they're saying there's a quest. I don't know. Maybe the guy was just spamming it or something. I'm gonna check on. See if the. Oh, that's 4 shamans and one priest. I'm just gonna quickly check what groups they're, what Discord channel to join. Um. Hello.
Hello, I'm the priest.
Ah, nice. What? Was there a quest outside?
No, there's no horde quest here for horde.
Yeah, I was getting confused. I was like, maybe I'm just reading the wrong parts of the chat.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, someone wrote just not yet, but or something, but
Oh,
it was
okay.
about the group. I don't know. So yeah, but I think here are no quests for horde.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait, what levels are we? We got a 20, 25, 25,
I'm 20.
and that's fine. That's enough. Wait, so 320s and what 225s? Yeah, that's more. Just as long as you have people that can like. Actually, you can all aggro hit Van Cleef because he's. That's the important.
Yeah, no, I think it will be fine. So we will.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, there's one disconnect.
Oh, wait.
Ah, he relogs. Okay.
I mean,
Just take my buff food.
I
As
end up
well.
being quite naive to like stuff on the internet because because people get into conversations about music and fashion and stuff like that, and
So, and you are which char? Malred?
yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, the
Yeah,
yeah the troll one. Well, how
25.
many trolls are
So
there? Yeah, the 25 one. Yeah,
So we have 225 and 320.
20. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, which would be completely fine.
Yeah,
Just the Van
sure.
Cleef fight will be tricky, but I'll tank like part of it, and he can tank part of it.
Yeah, sure.
Yo yo yo.
Hello. Hello, hello. Just give you stamina buff. Yeah.
Sweet, thanks. Oh,
But yeah, I mean, ignorance is one thing, but like I guess everyone's ignorant to something, right? You can't know everything, and there's some things that you should know you don't know, right? But that was kind of confusing to like put in a sentence, but very much true. Like there's always gonna be something that might be common to know, but you know, since you the way you've been brought up or what you've educated yourself in, if you've chosen to educate yourself at all, might not have given you that. And yeah, like people should learn these days, especially they should mind their own businesses more. But you know, people are like that. just gonna slide heal a little bit while I read the chat. These. I stick to memes and congressional. That was all of our bills and policies. Ooh, that's quite interesting. Because you gotta keep a head aware of your what the government's doing, right? In terms of your laws and whatnot. Yeah, I'm not a Facebook person. I've never seen, like, I made one when I was younger, and then like loads of people were using because it was pretty much the only social media that was around back then. But never been a fan at all. Yeah, I like Twitch. I just worry about Twitch a little bit because it is owned by Amazon and they're the biggest company in the world. So, well, it's kind of like what happened to Blizzard on a lesser scale. Blizzard, that is, with Activision just getting screwed over, right?
Should we just run in, or you wanna play around?
Yeah, sure. So just
Nice, maybe. Asking for UN liberation.
jump
So what
here.
they're asking the UN to
Yeah.
help them liberate. I guess that's basically what you said, right? Don't know why I had to reiterate it. Yeah, the whole thing in like Hong Kong is
That's
so messed up.
it.
But China is a worry for the future. To be fair, it's like, how much are they going to be able to control in the world? Because of how much? Because there's a thing that China does. They lend money to other countries, like developing countries, and so they can, build their own industry and become big and generate money. Problem is, those countries don't really understand what it's going to take, and they can't pay the money back to China. Ooh, Cargos, man. How's it going? Just doing Deadman's Run with like 4 shamans and a priest, essentially. Every time someone says hi in my chat, it kind of like um just says like hello to you from the bot. So we should be fine. I think we're good. Like 225 shamans, and everyone else is level 20. So I'm not really even really bothered about the loot because Crescent Staff is a hell of a item. And my chat is like slowed down. Okay. Oh yeah, I've never done the swim over, so I was kind of a bit nervous about that. I think the whole round should be fine. Yeah, I saw you dueling tactics with your shaman against him as the mage. That was pretty fun. Doing your duel and then ended on the boat and stuff. I'm actually saving up all my points on your stream so I can get you to sing the song. I'm getting close to 50k, so hopefully one day. I mean, obviously I'd like to do the play Shadowlands for 30 minutes, but that's a lot of points. I think Tommy Salami has 1,000,000 points to on his one to uninstall WoW. which I don't think I'll ever get, but that would be amazing. He's mid like game, and then you just pop the points, and you get him to uninstall WoW.
That spell isn't ready yet. Van Cleef pay big for your heads.
Well, I'm not near there. I'm like on 30 something, I think, but I am getting close. I have been watching you for a long time though. Before you did, you invented hardcore. Back when you were doing the tutorials with the guys for the leveling and stuff, and leveling routes and all the discussions you guys had, all the podcasts. Those were really interesting on what classes to level and what things to do when Classic comes out, and what to aim for and stuff. That was pretty cool. Watched a lot of those. I think I rewatched the mage leveling video on YouTube like so many times, as well as the Paladin one. And that would be amazing. But I'm all chill here, so I mean, just having people to talk to is nice. So but yeah, I definitely appreciate you popping in. Burn my heal. Kind of like half paying attention, but I'm just gonna back up heal mostly. I mean, crime is a whole nother thing, right? We have been talking about like a bunch of stuff, but it tends to get kind of long-winded. So go back to one of my first points: live and let live, right? I guess I'll do Stone Skin. Do I have level 3 Stone Skin? No, someone has level 3. I shouldn't really be doing my totems. Might not out of date. Actually, did I not? I should have level 3 Stone Skin. One of the highest levels. Weird. Maybe. I guess I'm wrong.
That would be stealing.
But yeah. Should go pretty smoothly. I don't think there's any like major surprises. The only issue I see is maybe the fight with Van Cleef when the ads come, but again, that shouldn't be a big issue. Oh, he is there. Okay. Ooh. Might get a shield.
Huh?
Oh man, you should definitely get into it though. Like, I don't know how many people are like come on here and I'm like, just try it. Trust me, you'll love hardcore. There's literally no regret. Even losing characters, it's just part of the fun. Like, I got bummed out when I lost the Shaman at level 42. Yeah, it was a lot of time investment, but I got bummed out, and now I'm over it, and I'm still having lots of fun. So I'm just waiting till the day I dig my first 60, and then I can start having like more fun. I think the next challenge would be maybe to do Shaman without totems. That would be quite interesting, quite unique. I am just loving the class. So drinking and stuff. Kind of just mostly stacking. I mean, I've been the same with WoW. I basically made a DK since Wrath, and it's always been DK since then. And my main ult has always been a Shaman, simply because they're just a fun class to play. Yeah, but main class before Wrath was basically a Warlock though. I still cherish the first few memories I had from them. They are amazing. Did I just cancel the guy's totem? Cancel his totem? I have no idea. I don't think it works that way, does it? Can't cancel totems. We are actually on Discord with like 2 of the people in the dungeon, but doesn't seem there's not really that much need to communicate, but we all know what we're doing. Most of these people have had several attempts and ults and stuff. However, this is my first Horde Dead Mines run, so I'm kinda happy I'm getting to do it for once. Yeah, for me it's like the fact that I was able to take on elites at a higher level than me as a warlock and just spam fearing them and hoping that the dots would kill them, and then just like hoping they wouldn't resist the fears. That's why fear makes warlocks, you know, an OP class. Everyone knows how like insane they can be with those. It's really good. Slowly but surely making our way. Sometimes there is a chest in that bit over there. I haven't checked though.
Kill the small guy first, I guess.
I need to see so many totems. Look at all those fire totems. Alright, so he's out of mana. And then I think the priest is out of mana. Me and the other shaman have got mana. So gonna fight. Pretty simple. We dropped the axe. That's pretty cool. Only we were
Someone wants it.
if only we were at Orc. I'm gonna greed. Crescent staff is better in my opinion. I think he just checked for what I was gonna check, right? For the chest that could spawn in there. I mean, warlocks have some nifty things they can do,
There'll be a patrol behind us soon
as well as obviously paladins.
I guess.
Target the caster. What am I doing? There we go. Wanted to purge. Best way to pull anything. Choose purge. Better than mine. 1 intellect, 2 spirit, greed. It's all about the experiences, right? But thanks a lot, man, for keeping me company tonight. I wasn't really expecting many people, but it's been interesting having a chat. I hope I've made some sort of effort to convince you to play hardcore. That would be good. You can tell me of your journeys if you decide to even stream or anything. That would be nice. I'll pop in to your stream and stuff if you were to do that. That is, no pressures. You can always record privately or stream on YouTube and make your account private, and so no one can view it either. or do it as some people do and just don't record or stream because they don't want to get verified or whatever. I'm sure you know what verified is. Sort of like fully 100% certified that you've actually done it. Like people that want to get verified, they even kind of like give up on characters that have died because of disconnect. So just like mostly healing part of it. Five times, wow. That's like a 25-minute fight. That's 5 minutes per bubble, right? As far as I remember. That's good to hear, man. I mean, I've just started working again. After the country being on lockdown, so I'm not sure what my potential schedule is going to be. I'm not going to be able to stream as much for sure, but hopefully you'll be able to catch me when I'm on. I don't usually tend to talk about such topics. Some people can get a bit annoyed with things and stuff, but obviously it's nice to have a discussion with someone sometimes. I just realized the other guy was taking all the tin. I think they assume no one else is he assumes no one else is mining, and I think the others probably said they're not. I was just not being paying attention, but I'm not bought tons of it in the bank. So still need to eat some of our dinner as well. Kind of like started moving to the dungeon and I completely forgot. It's kind of actually mid-bite. Yeah, man, definitely. I mean, you never know who you're gonna meet, what you're gonna talk about. It's gonna be, you know, chilling together and stuff. It's good. It's good to discuss with people and get like different points of views and stuff. Some people can be quite narrow-minded, and it's good to go open your mind as much as possible. Like I always say to myself, go into things with an open mind as much as sometimes my mind doesn't want to be.
Up the ramp a bit.
You know, sometimes that is back to the whole human nature thing. Can't help fight against your body. See, that's how they get you, right? They make you riled up about the whole thing with an advert or something, and then you spend your whole night talking about it, investing your time and effort. But it is what it is, right? I mean, that's how the big companies make their money these days. That and selling your information. And I just find it weird, like, these big companies selling your information, but who are they selling them to? Aren't they the companies that need that information? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they sell them to the governments so they can further spy on us. Who knows? It's funny because like most things, I'm just like, what do I really have that a government would really want to know that I wouldn't? You know, be like, give me the money for buying my information, please. I'd give you my information if you can give me the money that some other company is going to get out of it. But then again, obviously, people, you know, you have to have your privacy as well. What? They can deny you health insurance because they know how many bags of chips you eat? That is literally bullshit. Like, That's on another level. Like, I know technologies exist to the point where they can spy on you on everything. Nothing is private if they really want to dig. And, you know, there are hackers out there that have broken into governments, right? And stolen millions of pounds and done whatever and leaked information. And, you know, if they get caught, what ends up happening? They can sometimes send them to prison, but what do they really want? They want their skills to be used. Like, we're not gonna make you go to prison. You're gonna work for us now, and you know, be able to hack for us. You can continue living the way you want. It was actually in what was the show? Um, it was like robot something or something robot. I came on net. I think it was on Netflix, maybe. I'm not even sure anymore. No, no, no. It's a show I don't like with that. What's his name? I think his name is Malik something or something. I don't know. It's the one where the dude is like, he's got like mental issues or something, and he's always like very, very paranoid, and he's like a hacker. And then one of his contacts is basically a hacker for the government, and they're kind of like the FBI just basically owns him, and he just does whatever they want. I didn't really like the show. It was like quite highly rated, but I just couldn't get into it because the guy just like went on another level of like going insane. No, I just don't remember what the name is. Ugh, that's the problem. I'd literally have to look it up. Yeah, but like the main guy was a hacker, and then I think he was like either schizophrenic or like going crazy or something. And I can't remember if it was the government that was making him go crazy or someone he knew or something. That's the one. Yeah, maybe Mr. Robot. Yeah. I kind of got bored of it though, so I didn't really watch the whole show. Um, didn't find it that interesting. Oh lol. Yeah, I kind of just think it looks a little bit weird as well. Like in a psycho way, but in like a kind of just a weird psycho way. Okay, that doesn't really explain what I mean, but yeah, that's nothing to do with it. Obviously, his acting in the show or anything, but maybe he just played the role very well. Yeah, I just found the show a little bit boring, but there was that one guy in the show who, yeah, basically he got caught for hacking, and the government basically owned him, and they used him to hack other people. And I think I saw him in something else, but I don't remember what it was, and he did a pretty good job. I think it was a film. It wasn't like it was like a side role or something. Don't entirely remember though. Melting punch. I've literally used none of the water that I bought, and I have literally gotten basically nothing out of the run. Got that.
Troll behind us as well. Yes.
Yeah, It's funny because like a lot of good actors slash celebrities are basically or have once done a lot of drugs. I think it's just like some drugs open your mind. Like if like psychedelics and stuff. I'm not talking about like cocaine or meth or the ones that completely just destroy you, ruin your life. Although a lot of cocaine is done by a lot of actors to keep them like going. Like a lot of like screenwriters and stuff like that that make write scripts for movies and stuff. They usually um use a lot of psychedelics for inspiration because it like makes you just think weirdly stuff. Oh, I got healed already. It's like everyone can heal in the group, which is kind of crazy. About There's no shortage of healing, and I'm basically not playing full pelt, so I can just basically throw heals left and right when like the rest run out of mana. Yeah, I mean, you can damage your DNA, right?
Alright.
And once that happens, it's kind of like although you can technically alter your DNA, if we're talking about like that sort of thing, sometimes like the effects of certain things are permanent. So, you know, oops, kind of just pulled by accident, but whatever. Only normal mobs.
I can't do that. That would be stealing.
Yeah, well that's the whole thing with like certain illnesses, right? It's kind of like the whole case of the light bulb. There is a way to actually manufacture light bulbs to make them never stop working. Well, why would they do that? You'll never need to buy them again. It's something to do with like the filament that's inside them. I remember my chemistry teacher telling me, like, if the companies wanted to, they could make light bulbs last forever. But if something lasts forever, how would you sell? How would you make money?
We're under attack! Avast your swamp! Repel the invaders!
Well, that's the thing. That's basically kind of like defines the whole U.S. medical field sort of thing. The whole treat the symptoms, not the actual illness, and never get rid of what's wrong with people. Just keep them coming back for more medication and stuff, and that's it. Because after all, being a doctor, being a physician, whatever you want to call it, it's a business. Everything's a business at the end of the day, in some way or form. Even like religion is a business, like churches. I don't know about any other religions, but like that's the way I see it. And the fact that, you know, churches get like tax breaks and stuff, and other religious, you know, institutions get tax breaks. They basically pay nothing, so you can funnel money through them to avoid ever paying tax or anything. Because you can, you know, make it out to be religious or a religion or whatever. Okay. Yeah. Close to unclosed pug. True, that's all controlled by a different entity. As a Commonwealth, we the Commonwealth have like 1/5 of the control. We'll always take care of our churches, doctors. I guess need is I'm gonna put it. Well, it's all a matter of perspective, right? But yeah.
That spell isn't ready yet.
You can actually stun the guy? Well,
That spell isn't ready yet.
You landlubbers are tougher than I thought.
he's still getting wrecked by the dots
Improvise.
and the totems. Look at him. For that. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam.
Four totems worked with this.
Ugh. Now you're making me angry.
Oh, he didn't drop it. He didn't drop the two-hander. No! I mean, it's technically not better than... Well, it's kind of better damage than what we have, but not better stats. Gonna take a little sip of water. Yeah. Well, the thing is, that whole equality thing is wrong. Because there's no such thing. You can't treat whatever is, you know, the same as something else when, you know, they're not the same thing, right? Because like, if things are different, then where do you begin with judging how to treat them the same? You shouldn't really. I understand treating people better in general and being more fair, but that doesn't mean treating them equally. There's different situations for like certain things. So Ooh, the priest could get the wand. Huge for him. I just realized all us shamans kind of look the same. They all have the same shoulders, literally all four, as obviously. Actually, the priest doesn't have them yet, which means he hasn't done winning caverns. Yeah, all the shamans have them. Well, yeah, like no, that's what I intend. But like being fair isn't always being equal. Like they're not the same thing in my mind. You can treat people equally, but that will tend to lead to not being fair. You can treat people fairly, but that means you have to treat them differently to be fair. So we got it.
Oh, nice.
Congrats.
Nice.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I don't get how some people don't. Most of the time, it's just like, no, you're not treating me equally. I want to be treated equally, but when they get it, they don't like it.
The wand. Yeah.
Because equally means the good and the bad, not just fair. But you know, there's different standards to equality and fairness in different situations, so not always just as plain as that. So but yeah, that's a whole another big, massive discussion in itself. So try and jump up, lol. Be surprised if you could. Actually, I never noticed there was markings on the side of the ship. It's odd. The world can be a strange, unique, odd, terrifying, amazing place sometimes.
Just as well.
Well, that's kind of like a tough one, really. It's kind of hard to judge because if they are kind of like are in the middle of nowhere and you're giving them a ride, it is a bit dodgy, but you want to do them the favor, but sometimes it's like, I don't know. Would you trust someone that you don't know? Um, it's difficult to judge because you never know. You could. The thing is, you don't really know someone. Like you could have someone that you've trusted all your whole life, but you don't really know someone because people can change. They could snap. They could change in a heartbeat. It's happened to me personally. Um, Basically, my best friend just stopped being friends with me. We were friends for 10 years since school, and then nothing really major happened. He just stopped being friends with me, and he literally would not talk to me. So, and it wasn't not only me and another friend that were friends with him. So, and I was just like, well, yeah, okay. I felt really bad because I thought I did something wrong, but I couldn't think of anything specific. And I dwelled on it, and I felt really sad. And you could see the fact is, we worked in the same building for a while. You could see him; he was crushed by the fact that he was doing that himself. But it was just weird. It was like, why are you doing this to yourself and me and our other friend? And just like, I don't know, it's weird. So, and then that just opened my eyes. Like, you don't really know people. You think you do. And you can't. I know, obviously, you can't live life thinking that about everyone and everything. But you can live. You can go through life thinking it's a possibility.
Oh,
This
hopefully.
might be bad. Yeah, we'll stay by the will in case.
Oh, 6 coming.
Yeah, there's a lot on. Oh shit. Well, you wanna reset? Alright.
Healing.
3 on me.
Sorry, I'm not going to be able to reply for a bit. It's some sort of mad pull. We pulled everything, so and they decided they don't want to reset. So I'm just like, okay. It's going well though.
I'm healing. Again.
Oh wow, he didn't drop the
Pole arm.
I see.
Nice.
he didn't drop the thing, the staff.
But shamans can wear that. No. Okay.
So it's useless.
Yeah.
That was pretty easy.
Oh well.
Looked a bit sketchy, but
Money.
with 5 healers, I guess everyone can heal, right? Yeah, I mean, there could be one thing and then go home and be another thing. It's completely true. And, you could think these people are being nice to you and good friends to you, but then they can go home and talk behind your back, right? Which happens a lot with people.
None may challenge the Brotherhood.
Why is it showing him as rare? He's not rare.
Lapdogs, all of you.
Lapdogs, all of you. Just gonna focus down the ads. I don't want us to end up with 2 sets. But we did.
Stay down.
Oh, they deciding to use True, get dummies. Oh, I guess it's maybe the hardcore add-on that's making his name Silver. Or the little dragon around him Silver. Oh, cruel barb.
Of course.
No one can use it. Right.
So many swords dropped here.
Yeah. Oh well, oh well.
Oh, we get an unsent letter? Really? Oh.
Okay, we're done, I think.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Okay.
Oh, it says the quest is not available for your
It's a
race.
little
Lol.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can.
Yeah, so Shaman was released, so the 4 Shamans, you were quite awesome. Was-
yeah, I think at least me and Malrat is a bit over leveled.
Yeah, we're over leveled. And it may 5 healers. You can't really go wrong, can you?
yeah.
One person runs Iron Mana, then the next person heal. I was just healing mostly as well throughout the whole
Yeah,
thing. I'm just
yeah,
like, because I was eating at the same time, and I was like, it's easier. I'll just stand back and heal. I can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just nice and easy. First time I've ever done Dead Mines on
So,
Horde, so I'm quite happy.
very good.
Didn't get much out of it,
Yeah,
but
me
you
too.
know, it's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. Well, take care, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
I think I'm just gonna
Bye-bye.
hearth as well for the group. All right, so that was Dead Mines done. 3 dungeons down. Shadowfang and Blackfathom to come at some point. Oh, look, looks like this guy had the same hearthstone as me as well.
Thing for you.
Ideally. Smart man, smart man. Smart people think the same way, I suppose. So that's gonna get banked. So we can actually pick this up, but we can't actually use it. That's really weird. Like, I guess it's a percentage drop of an item, right? So that would make sense. But you says you were not the right race, so funnily enough, oh right, so you've got like a gun, I would assume, if you're in America in your car. So what, you pick people up sometimes? I don't know, cause like he was like I can't explain it. It's a bit weird. Yeah, I mean that's what ended up happening. Like I've only got a few good friends, um, and you know you that's life though, because you end up going in different directions and you can't really stick to the same people because it's just not realistic. They end up moving country or moving house, moving away, getting a better job. You know, they do say that you throughout your lifetime you will move house 3 to 4 times. So just considering that, um, you know, you're not going to stay put in one place, right? Does that make sense? Exactly. So you can't expect everyone to stay. Ooh, level 13 warrior died. Can't expect everyone to stay in the same place and, you know, be there, always be there. Life happens, right? Whether the good or the bad or the ugly or whatever you want to phrase it as, it does happen though. And things just get in the way. Life is never. I mean, life is not always hard, but and not always complicated, but it does get a bit of all of that. The well in Town Mill. Yep, you can go to Town Mill. That's easy. We've got the fly path. Fly to Ogremon and take the
Blood and
old
thunder.
Tremola over. I kind of want to end, but I'll stay for a little bit longer. I want to kind of finish my food as well. Well, house ownership is another big thing, so just another way of like the government controlling you, and by government I mean the banks, but they're basically the same thing in my eyes. Money, money, money. You know, money motivates everyone, right? Well, actually, I think I'm gonna fly to Ogremon and end here. Seems like a good place to end because I do gotta go to bed. Do have work in the morning, so you know I don't want to get like stuck in the middle of something and then be like, oh, I just want to finish this, and then be like, oh, I just want to finish that, and then be at like a couple of hours later and just like all out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till the till we get into Ogremon so I can just log out instantly. I might be on tomorrow, but I'm not sure. But the way my work works is like it's random shifts, so like sometimes early finishes, sometimes late finishes. So it means streaming is a bit of a bummer because I can't really put down a schedule. It'll be like these are the days I'm definitely streaming, sort of thing. So it kind of sucks. But yeah. Anyways, man, thanks for keeping me company. It was great having a chat. Maybe we can do it at some other point, sometime. But yeah, I'm gonna log out here. Have a good evening, or good morning, or good night, whichever it may be. You are in the US, so I'll catch you later.